Very good morning everyone. Welcome back to the another session of Android Studio. In today's session, I will teach you how to develop programs based on internal storage and based on external storage. That means two types of database text file. I will create. One is based on internal storage and another is based on external storage. Now see, in our previous video there is a concept of shared preference. That means when you want to save your data in the form of key and value, or if you want to save your data in the form of XML format, at that time you can use the concept of shared preference. In today's session, whatever the application I will develop, that is in the form of text file. Remember one thing, that when you develop any program using shared preference, it is in the form of XML file. That means either key or value format. But here our both application will save our content in the form of text file. So let us begin with the first application, which is based on the internal storage. The concept of text file we have already studied in the C++, right? Binary file and the text file, right? So over here in Android also you can save your content in the form of text file. So what I have designed over here, that I will enter my text in one edit text. I have placed three buttons: read data, write data and clear my data. So there are three buttons which I have placed inside the design view. So in XML file, inside linear layout, there is one edit text in which I will enter my data. One button is called read data, second button stands for writing of data, and third button stands for the clear of edit text. So now in the design view our program is completed. Now in the main activity.java file, what task we have performed? Number one, we create the object of edit text class. We create three objects of button class. All the three buttons and edit text, see over here, object of edit text, object of three buttons. We have taken one string variable called file name. File name means FNM. What is the name of our file? My file 2, right? Now find view by ID for all the widgets, set on click listener for all the three buttons, implementation of on click listener, override on click. Now see, there are three buttons we have placed inside the designing window. So I have to check that whether the first button is clicked, second button is clicked or third button is clicked. So for that, v.getID. This v is a object of view class which is there in the argument of onClick. r.id.button1. Button 1 stands to read data. This is the button 1 which is used for the reading of data. So over here, if I have clicked on a button 1, at that time this particular code is executed. But before reading, first of all you need to have data which is available in the file, right? So what we need to do, first of all we need to write in the file, right? So else if portion is executed, if you click on button number 2, at that time it will write the content into the file. So first of all you need to collect your data from the edit text and then you need to write it into the file. So what we have taken, string variable which is called data e1.getText.toString. That means whatever the data I have inserted in the edit text, that data is copied into the local variable of string variable like data. So suppose I have written hello tybca. So that data is copied into this particular data file. Now see, if I want to write something into the file, at that time I need to create the object of file output stream class. And what is the object? FOS. FOS is the short form of file output stream. You can take any variable over here, but from the name only I can get that this particular variable contains this type of data. That's why I have taken FOS variable. Let me repeat this code once again. This particular program is related with the internal storage of file. You can save your data in the form of text format, right? Shared preference is a concept which will save your content in the form of XML format, but my requirement is such that I want to save my content in the form of text format. So for that I have two options, whether I want to save my file in the internal storage or I want to store my file in the external storage. So right now I have developed our application based on the internal storage. So first of all what you need to do, you need to take one edit text on which you can add the content. Number 2, I have placed 3 buttons in the designing view. One is called read data, another is called write data, and third one is for the clear purpose. Now see, I need to write the content into the file. So for that, whatever the content I have placed inside edit text 1, right, that data I need to copy in the local string variable called data. So suppose hello tybca, that is my string. So that data is copied in the data variable. Now see, file output stream FOS. FOS is the object of file output stream. When you want to insert data into the file or when you want to write data in the file, at that time you need to create the object of file output stream. Now see, the following code may generate exception. So for such purpose I have written the code inside try catch block. So if any exception will occur, it will try to execute that code, and if any error is there, at that time it will try to catch it in the exception class. Now see, FOS equals to open file output. As it is the object of output stream, so I need to open my file in the output mode. Then which file I want to open? FNM. FNM is the name of our file, and over here we have taken my file 2. That is the name of our file, right? This one, my file 2. So it will open that file in the output mode. That means to write purpose, right? So now I need to define the mode. Remember one thing, that in the shared preference concept, I have declared my file as a private file, right? But over here mode would be of append. Why I have taken append mode over here? Because I want to preserve the content which I have placed before. That means I want to preserve older data. So for that purpose I have used mode as a append. So previous data remains as it is in the file and new data will be inserted at the end of file. Right? Now FOS.write. Using this line, our file is opened in the append mode. Now I want to write inside the file. So to write into the file, I need to use the object of output stream class, that is FOS.write is a method through which you can write the content inside the file. Which content I want to write? The content data, right? But remember one thing, that our file is in the format of bytes. So what you need to do, data dot get bytes and FOS dot close. At last you will get message that file written done. That means your data is successfully inserted inside the text file. I want to repeat this code once again. What step we have performed? Number 1, my requirement is such that I want to write my content into the file. So content I have placed inside edit text. So for that what I need to do? I need to create one local variable called data. I take data of edit text and store it into the data variable. File output stream is a class which is used to write the content of your file, content of your edit text into the file. So to use the write method, you need to create the object of FOS class. Now open file output. Our file is open in the output mode. Which file I want to open? FNM. What is the name of our file? My file 2. See, if you don't want to take variable over here, then between double quotation you can directly give the name of your file, my file 2, right? In this way also you can give the name, but right now I use the name of variable, that is FNM. Now over here you can write any mode, but right now I have used append mode. Now what is the use of append mode? Append mode will preserve your older content and add a new content at the end of your file. And at last, if I want to write into the file, at that time FOS.write data.get bytes. Compulsory you need to write your file using get bytes, otherwise your data is not copied into the file, and at last you will get message that file written done. Now I want to clear the code. At that time simply e1.setText, so edit text will be cleared. Now what is my third requirement? I want to read the content which is stored inside the file. So reverse operation of write I want to perform, that is read. So what I need to do? I need to take one simple variable for reading purpose and make it empty. Instead of file output stream, my requirement is to create the object of file input stream. Now see, reading is only possible if something is there in the file, right? So say for example, if your file is not available, or if you give improper file name, at that time it will generate error. So again we are going to use try catch block to execute the following code. Now see, reading is the reverse operation of writing, right? So first of all we need to open our file. Which file I want to open? FNM, my file 2. That file is opened. Now see, our data is in the form of byte only, so we are going to fetch our content using byte only. So byte is a class. I have created one input variable which contains array, right? New byte FIS is available. Available will return either true or false. If the content is available, at that time it will return true. If file is not available, it will return false. So our file is there in the FIS.available. Now I want to copy that content from file to the local variable input. So for that, while file can read the data of input variable, that means one character will fetch from the file, and if it is not -1, now see what is the number -1? -1, if your number is -1, at that time your whole content is copied from the file. That means your file is empty or your cursor is at the end of file. These two are the possibilities when FIS.read of input will return -1. Number 1, if there is no data in the file. Number 2, if your cursor is at the end of file. At that time it will return -1. Now the single character is copied and string is copied and it stores inside read data. Read data is a local string variable. So that data is copied into the read data. Now e1.setText, which data I want to display, whatever the data is in the read data. So again read and write. Let me repeat the read code once again. Reading is possible if your file is available, right? Then and then only you are able to read the content from file. So for that you need to open your file in the input mode. We have created the object of byte class because our data is in the format of byte. If FIS.read is not equals to -1. Now -1 is only possible in two cases. Number 1, if your file is if your pointer is at the end of file. Number 2, if no content is available within the file. So this loop is executed until your cursor position is at the end of file. Now read data equals to new string. Which string I need to input? Which is available in the input stream. That data is converted into the string because the data of input will be in the form of byte. So I need to convert it into the string because read data is a string variable, and that data I want to display inside edit text. Now let me copy this program and paste it into the Android Studio. Then we will execute and see the output of program. Now let us execute our code to see the output of program. See over here, there is one edit text, read data, write data and clear button. Now first of all you need to enter data. So I am going to enter hello MVM college. Let me click on write data, file written done. Let me click on clear data to clear the content of edit text. Let me click on read data, hello MVM college. Now see, if you want to see the internal file of this particular text file, right, at that time let me click on view, tool window, database, device file explorer. Inside device file explorer, click on com.example.myapplication. click on it, click on files, my file 2, which is the name of our file which we have given at this time, right. Now click on it, hello MVM college, right. Once again, when you execute this particular file, let me clear the edit text first. TYBCA students. When you use TYBCA students and click on write data, again click clear, read data, because our file is in the form of append mode, right. Over here we have taken append mode. So let me sync this file first so that new content is there. Hello MVM college TYBCA students, and that content available over here also, right. So remember one thing, that our mode is append, so older content remains as it is and new content is appended into the file. Suppose you want to make, suppose your file contains older content, then what you need to do, right click on a particular file and click on synchronize to get the updated file. If some data is missing over here, at that time you just need to right click on file, click on synchronize to synchronize your file with latest content. So in this way you can check the output, you can store your data into the format of text file, but this file is available in the internal media or internal storage. Now there is another way through which you can store your file, that is external storage, right. So in external storage also you can see and you can store your data. So now let me explain second program which is based on the external storage. Now see, when you developed application based on the external storage, at that time you need to take the permission of to use the external media, right, because internal storage is provided by default, so no need to set the permission for such. Now see, I want to develop application based on the external storage, so you need to set permission in the manifest file to write external storage. So this permission you need to set. Now in the main activity, activity underscore main.xml, that means in the designing file which remains as it is like before, there is one edit text, 3 buttons, read data, write data and clear, right. Now what we need to do, create object of all the widget, find it view by ID, set on click listener, implement on click listener and override on click. Is that clear to everyone? Okay. Over here string fnm, which is the name of my file. Over here my file 3 is the name of my file. Now see, this is the code which is used for the external storage. Now see, there is a difference between internal storage and external storage. Internal storage is provided by default. When you develop application using external storage, what is the first change? First change is you need to give the permission in the manifest file, otherwise you cannot perform applications based on the external storage. What is the second step? You need to check that whether the external storage content is available on the device or not, because see, it may be possible that external media is not there in the device. At that time you cannot perform read, write or clear operations on the device. So when you develop application based on the external storage, two things you need to keep in the mind. First thing, you need to set the permission in the manifest file. Second thing, you need to put this if condition. If environment dot media mount, which is equal to the environment dot get external storage state. This will check that whether your device contains external media or not, because you can only read write operation, read operation or any operation based on the external storage if external storage is available into your mobile phone. Otherwise you will not get this task on the device. So let us explain button 2 first, because first of all you need to write operation, you need to perform write operation in the program, then only you can apply the reading code. So write code, first of all get data from the edit text, store it into the data variable. This code we have already done inside internal storage media. Over here what you need to do, you need to put only one condition, environment dot media mount equals environment dot external storage state. It will return true if external media is available into your mobile phone. Then it will perform write operation into the file. Again this code remains as it is like before. See, designing code remains as it is like previous file. Similarly, there is changes only about if condition, right? Remaining code remains as it is like before, like internal storage state. What is this condition? This condition returns true if your device is connected with the external media, right? At that time it will perform write operation in the file. Similarly, for read operation, this task we have already performed in previous program. Readable, then FIS input file stream, the object of byte class. Byte is not equals to -1. -1 is a case when your cursor is at the end of file, or if your file do not contain any data. In that case reading is not possible, but if your file contains data, at that time it is in the form of byte. So you need to convert it into the string and store it into the read data. Read data is a string variable, so you need to convert byte into the string. Now that data is displayed inside the edit text. So E1 dot set text, which data I want to display? Read data. So you will get data on the edit text. Again you need to write this particular code in between if condition, because if external storage is not available, at that time you cannot perform the following coding, right? And clear will clear edit the content of edit text. So these two are the programs based on the storage media. Let me repeat the difference once again. Internal storage is available by default. If you want to perform coding based on the external storage state, at that time first thing you need to set the permission in the manifest file. Second thing, you need to check whether the mobile is connected with the external storage or not, because all the device may not contain get external storage state. So this condition will only return true if your external device data, external storage state is present into the mobile, and file return done. So read and write operation would be there in the external media. Now let me copy this program. First of all, I need to set the permission in the manifest file. So for that, let me copy and paste it after application tag. Let me copy the designing file which remains as it is like before. So in previous program also you can just copy and paste it over here. Let me copy the following code and paste it in the main activity. This much code remains as it is. At least you can copy the previous file and make a changes in it. The first changes is my file 3. The second change is what? You just need to put a if condition and you need to write the code in between. Similarly, for the writing purpose, you need to copy the previous code, paste it over here, and writing code you need to write in between the if condition. Remaining code remains as it is. There is no change in the previous program. Let me execute the application. Installation is done. Over here, how are you? Let me click on write data, click on clear button, click on read data. Now to see the output of this file, again need to click tool window, device explorer. Let me sync our application. Click on files, my file 3, how are you? So this is called internal storage and external storage. I hope the concept is properly clear and there is no doubt within the concept. Now let me share the notepad file regarding internal storage and external storage in the device. If you want to store your content in the form of text file, you can use internal storage or external storage. So that is called database text file. And if you want to store your file in the form of XML format, you need to use the concept of shared preference. Now let me scroll down up to the linear layout. You can take a screenshot and you can write the program into the journal. Let me scroll down up to write data. Let me scroll down up to file input stream. See, that is the concept of Java only. So the name of package you can see java.io.file input stream and java.io.file output stream. Let me scroll down up to the objects. Let me scroll down up to override. Let me scroll down up to try block. Let me scroll down up to catch block. Let me scroll down up to file end to C, right? You will get output in my file 2, which is in the form of text file. So this is the first program of our today's session related with the internal database storage. If in exam it will ask that explain data storage, right? So you can write internal storage or external storage, whatever the storage you want to write, that storage media you can write. Let me share the second notepad file which is based on the external storage. You need to set the permission regarding the writing of external storage into the database file. Let me scroll down up to main activity. Designing portion remains as it is like before. Let me scroll down up to read data. Let me scroll down up to the name of package. Let me scroll down up to edit text. Again this portion remains as it is, as I have told you that you can copy the previous program and make a correction in it. The first correction is this, even manifest file content you need to place. Let me scroll down up to the bracket. Next changes is about the if condition. Let me scroll down up to while portion. Let me scroll down up to if. So over here program is completed. Now to see the output of this program, let me scroll down up to this. To see the content of myfile3.txt, you need to perform the following step. You just need to go into the view menu, click on tool window, click on device file explorer, data. Inside data folder there is again one data folder, the name of your application com.example.myapplication. Inside that there is one folder called files. Inside file myfile3.txt, right click and open. You will get the output like this, myfile3, which is in the form of text, and inside that hello all. One more thing I want to mention over here, that if your file does not contain new data, that means older content is there, you just need to right click on myfile3 and click on synchronization to get new content regarding the file. So in this session I teach you two programs based on the database storage state. Number 1 internal storage, number 2 external storage. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you all.